So welcome back to the presentation on the digestive system. We already saw the parts of the alimentary canal, and in this presentation we will be discussing on the digestive glands associated with the alimentary canal as well as the process of digestion in pigeons. Okay, in pigeons we can see there are almost like five different set of digestive glands. The first one in the sequence we have the buccal glands, that is the glands which are present in the buccal cavity. Actually, there are no salivary glands in the buccal cavity, but they have a median sublingual gland and a pair of angle glands near the corners. Okay, so sublingual gland and another pair of glands along the corners are the glands present in the buccal cavity. These glands are the only buccal glands which secrete mucus to moisten the food, and the tongue also bears a few mucus glands as already mentioned. Okay, so it is mainly the mucus secreting glands which are present in the buccal cavity. Otherwise, there are no salivary glands present. Okay, coming to the gastric glands, the epithelial lining of proventriculus contains many gastric glands, each of which secrete certain gastric juices containing peptic enzymes, that is proteolytic enzymes. Okay, those enzymes which are responsible for the breakdown of proteins into peptones, peptides, and amino acids. Okay. Um, then the contribution from like and the industrial region. So in the buccal region, it is mainly in the moistening of the food. Coming to the proventriculus, they do have the proteolytic enzymes in the gastric juices. Okay, gizzard contains the stones which helps in actually grinding the food. Since there are no teeth in the buccal cavity, the mastication is mainly done when the food reaches uh, the gizzard. Okay, and it is done with the help of the stones, especially in the granivorous um, birds. Okay, in the pigeon. In the case of intestine, there are mainly the secretions from the liver, pancreas, and the intestinal glands. They help in the digestion of the food. Okay, the liver is large, compact. You can see here the whole part, right? These are the whole structure. It is large, compact, dark red. It is bilobed and it contains a large right lobe and a small left lobe. And from each of the lobe of the liver arises a bile duct. Okay, so two lobes are there, two bile duct arise, and a left bile duct opens into the proximal limb near the pylorus. You can see it. This part is the you can see here. Okay. So the pyloric sphincter is somewhere here, isn't it? Right. So it opens into the left from the left lobe. The duct opens into the proximal limb. Okay. So this is the proximal limb, and this is where it opens near the pyloric sphincter. While the right duct opens into the distal limb of the um, duodenum. Okay. So here you can it will be opening into the distal limb. Fine. Now, in pigeon, gallbladder is lacking, and the liver directly secretes bile juice into the duodenum as and when required. Now, pancreas, it is situated between the proximal and the distal limbs of the pancreas, and it is large, compact, reddish digestive gland, and it gives off three separate pancreatic ducts. The pancreas gives off three separate pancreatic ducts, which pour the pancreatic secretions, the pancreatic juice, into the distal limb of the duodenum. Okay, so three, you can see here the three pancreatic ducts opens into the distal limb of the duodenum, and this pancreas, it produces pancreatic juice or the secretions which directly poured into the distal limb of the pancreatic duct. Okay, and these pancreatic duct contains many enzymes like proteolytic, amylolytic, and even the lipolytic. This one. Okay, so you have the bile plus the pancreatic juice helping in digestion in the duodenum region. Okay, and further down the intestine. Now there are intestinal glands, the epithelial linings of the intestine. They have many glands which secrete different enzymes. The duodenum is lined with villi, as we have already mentioned. They are the epithelial lining of the duodenum. It is over into villi, and they do have single or branched tips of lavercum, and the goblet cells are also present. These are all responsible for the secretion of the intestinal juices. Okay, enzymes responsible for the digestion in the intestine. Now, the process of digestion or the physiology of digestion, we'll see. As we have already mentioned, the pigeons are graminivorous, or it feeds on grains, and it feeds mainly on cereals, pulses, etc. And these seeds are picked up with the beak, manipulated by tongue. Actually, it is lubricated or moistened inside the buccal cavity with the secretions of the buccal glands, the sublingual gland, and the other glands. Okay, and this food, moistened food, it is swallowed as such, uh, and it reaches the uh, what you call passes through the esophagus, reaching the stomach. Okay, the food which is lubricated and moistened by the secretions of the buccal glands uh, inside the buccal cavity, it passes through the esophagus into the crop. Okay, yeah, it is reaching the crop. I hope you remember. Okay, this is a region. Okay, it is actually a reservoir. I hope you remember where it is stored for a while. Inside the crop, the food is softened by uh, the influence of body warmth, water, mucus, even amylase enzyme of buccal secretions, due to even bacterial autolytic action. So, due to all these, the food is softened inside the crop. Okay, and from the crop, the food passes into the proventriculus. As we have already seen, the proventriculus is a part where the what do you call gastric juices are being produced, isn't it? So there, the food is chemically acted upon by the peptic proteolytic enzymes of gastric juice. And from proventriculus, the food enters the gizzard, and in the gizzard, mechanical breakdown or mastication of food take place by the muscular contractions of gizzard wall and grinding action of the stones inside the lumen of the gizzard. Okay, and in gizzard, little digestion of food occurs, and it is made acidic by secretion of its secretion from the walls, from its walls, uh, and the partly digested food, which is referred as the chyme, it passes through the pyloric sphincter into the duodenum. Okay, it is in the pylorus into the duodenum. Okay, in the duodenum, the chyme is mixed with bile, pancreatic juices, and also secretions from the intestinal glands. So the chemical conversion of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates into the what you call its monomers, or into the breakdown products like fats into glycerol and fatty acids, proteins into peptones or amino acids, carbohydrates into monosaccharides. These take place mainly in the duodenum. Okay, just like any other vertebrates, the major portion of the breakdown happens, chemical breakdown, it happens in the duodenum. Okay, the bile salts help in the digestion and absorption of fats, and thus in duodenum, all the three major components of food, it gets broken down, and these what you call products, the breakdown products, it readily gets absorbed through the thin walls of the ileum, and it is taken into the blood. The bile salts help in digestion, as already mentioned. It also helps in absorption of fat. So, thus, digestion, absorption, and assimilation of food occurs in the small intestine. Okay. The undigested portion of the food passes to the rectum. It passes through the iliac region and passes into the rectum. At the rectal region, absorption of water takes place, and the fecal matter, it is almost dry due to absorption of water. Okay, and this is finally, it is egested out, it is removed out through the cloacal aperture. Okay, the large surface area, high temperature, and great activity of birds, it require actually for all these kinds of habit or behavior, it requires a high food intake, especially in the smaller types. Okay, and this is due to rapid passage of food through the gut. The amount of food actually is taken per day may reach up to 30% of the body weight because of this reason. Okay, so this is all about the digestive system and the digestive digestion as a process. Right. So I hope it is clear. Right? Thank you.